This is a story of an honest mechanic who lost everything, but being honest always pays off. Please follow, share and comment. Eo's workshop sat between a phone repair kiosk and a roasted corn stand, its zinc roof rattling whenever a truck passed. He had learned early that engines spoke if you listened long enough. Not with noise, but with patterns. That afternoon, a black luxury SUV rolled in, glossy and arrogant, its driver sweating more than the heat required. 3 high-end garages had failed it. The car shut down randomly, without warning, like it was thinking for itself. Eo didn't rush. He ignored the dashboard lights and went straight to the control unit. Someone had overridden the software manually, carefully, intelligently, and wrongly. Within hours, the engine purred like it was new. The owner, Chief Bamadil, watched in silence. When Eo refused extra money to falsify the repair report, the chief smiled. "You don't just fix cars," he said. "You fix problems." Before driving away, he left a card behind. "Come see me tomorrow," he added. "I want to show you something bigger." The building was all glass and steel, standing where an old warehouse once rotted. Imported lifts, diagnostic computers, uniformed staff, this wasn't a workshop. It was a statement. Chief Bamadil introduced Eo to it like a proud father. "This is my new auto business. Sales and repairs. Big scale." Then came the shock. "I want you to run operations." Eo laughed at first, certain it was a joke. It wasn't. The contract was real. The salary was more money than Eo had seen in his life. Authority over repairs, approvals, and workshop staff. Within weeks, cars flowed in and out. Profits climbed. Customers praised the efficiency. Eo moved his mother into a better apartment. One evening, while signing reports, the senior accountant leaned close. "Sir," he whispered, "just sign what comes to your desk. It's safer." Eo looked up. "Safer than what?" The man didn't answer. A silver sedan arrived marked, "Sale ready." Clean interior. Fresh paint. Perfect paperwork. But when Eo lifted it, his stomach tightened. The chassis had been welded, neatly, expertly, but after a serious impact. This car had once folded like paper. He stopped the sale immediately. The customer was angry. Sales staff complained. But Eo stood firm. Later that night, Chief Bamadil called him in. "You embarrassed the business today," the chief said calmly. "I saved a life," Eo replied. The chief nodded slowly. "Next time," he said, "let the car go." Eo walked out uneasy, realizing skill alone wasn't enough anymore. After that day, Eo stopped blocking sales. The results were immediate. Sales doubled. Bonuses arrived unannounced. His name appeared in business magazines. He wore suits now. People greeted him with respect. He told himself he needed influence first, then he could change things later. One evening, while reviewing inventory, he noticed a separate digital list hidden beneath the main system. Reconditioned, priority clearance. Dozens of cars. No customer access. No inspection notes. When he tried to open a file, it required executive clearance. Eo stared at the screen, his reflection warped in the glass. Eo quietly questioned Musa, a senior mechanic, about one of the listed vehicles. Musa froze. The next morning, Musa was gone. Human Resources said he'd been transferred. His phone number stopped working. His locker was emptied. That night, while closing the workshop, Eo found a flash drive taped inside a toolbox, Musa's handwriting on it. "If you're reading this, be careful." Eo pocketed it, heart pounding. At home, Eo plugged in the drive. Repair logs. VIN numbers. Insurance classifications. The pattern was unmistakable. The business specialized in buying rejected, written off, or legally compromised vehicles, then repairing them just enough to pass surface inspections before selling them as premium. One VIN froze him cold. It matched a car from last month's news, a crash that killed a family of 3. Ao closed the laptop. This wasn't negligence. It was design. Chief Bamadil invited Ao to dinner. "You've proven yourself," the chief said. "I want you as a silent partner. Ownership. Wealth. Protection." Ao understood the offer wasn't generosity, it was containment. "I need you loyal," the chief continued. "Approve the next shipment personally. No inspections." Ao nodded. He had never felt heavier walking away from a table full of food. Ao inspected the shipment anyway. Bent frames. Reinforced dashboards hiding collapsed structures. Cars that could kill. He refused approval. That night, police knocked on his door. Charges: falsified records, negligence, endangerment. Evidence: documents bearing his digital signature. As the cell door closed, Ao finally understood he had been placed exactly where they needed him. In custody, the truth sharpened. The company wasn't the crime. It was the buffer. Managers like Ao were meant to absorb blame while owners walked free. A lawyer visited him. "Take responsibility," the man said smoothly. "You'll be compensated. Your family protected." Ao looked at his hands, the same hands that once fixed cars honestly. He asked for one thing: access. Using credentials still active, Ao released everything. VIN histories. Emails. Approval chains. Hidden accounts. The story exploded. The company collapsed. Investigations followed. Names fell. Ao lost everything: money, status, time. But when he finally walked free, he returned to a small workshop. No glass walls. No secrets. People trusted him. And when engines came in broken, they left whole. When Ao returned to the street where his first workshop once stood, nothing looked the same except the dust. The city had moved on without apology. He had lost time, money, and comfort, but what hurt most was reputation. People remembered headlines longer than truth. So Ao started small. Again. A single bay. Second-hand tools. A hand-painted sign that read, "Ao Auto, transparent repairs." No shortcuts. At first, customers came cautiously. Ao explained every fault before touching a bolt. He showed damaged parts. He refused repairs that weren't necessary. When a car was unsafe, he said so, no matter how much money was offered. Some people left. Others stayed. Those who stayed came back. Word spread quietly, the way real trust always does. Ao trained young mechanics differently. Every apprentice learned 2 rules before touching an engine. Understand the problem. Respect the person who will drive the solution. No hidden files. No private list. Every vehicle had a full history available to the owner. Insurance companies noticed. Fleet operators noticed. Then manufacturers did. They asked him to consult, not because he was cheap, but because he was clean. Years later, Ao stood in a large, open workshop filled with light. Not glass walls for show, just space to work honestly. His business was one of the most respected in the region. People said if Ao approved your car, it was safe. If he refused it, you listened. He never chased power again. And that's why it came looking for him, this time with nothing to hide. Moral: you can lose everything except your principles. And when you rebuild with them, success has nothing to conceal.